Spokane police rolling out a new plan to combat crime downtown. What changes you can expect to see?
We have got a stretch of warm, sunny weather heading into the weekend, but first, possible showers and thunderstorms. I'll let you know what we're tracking in the first alert forecast.
A local church camp rebuilding what it lost to the Grave Fire. We'll explain how this camp is also being used to help neighbors who lost everything. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Well, this is the view for many driving into downtown Spokane. Trash, homelessness, crime, all flooding the downtown corridor along 2nd and Division, including a man who was shot there less than 24 hours ago. Tonight, an overhaul on police presence along those blocks. SPD is ramping up patrols, hoping to cut down on the growing issues stemming from that area. Jordan Smith spoke with Spokane's police captain today on what their plan is moving forward and how businesses are contributing.
Yeah, Kirsten, starting immediately, police are putting more boots on the ground along 2nd and Division, hoping to claw back against the increasing amount of crime that's taking place in this area.
With that kind of being the gateway to Spokane, right? People get off the freeways down there. That's the first thing they're seeing when they come in.
Captain Steve Wohl addressed the rampant crime and homelessness that's exploded along 2nd and Division.
Over the summer months, we saw an increase in population down there, and then with that brings crime, both violent and drug related, and then just crimes of opportunities as well.
All the while, SPD has been handcuffed by a staffing shortage, and the jail is nearing full capacity, only adding to their roadblocks. But now, they're opening up their wallets and expanding their presence.
We're reallocating resources, so you're going to see a lot more officers down there on a regular basis.
Police are extending their budget for overtime, bringing in more officers from the downtown precinct for round-the-clock patrols in this area. The patrol routes no longer manned by downtown officers will be picked up by officers in other precincts to help pick up the slack. But with the jail nearing capacity, it's not as easy as removing people from the streets. Police are going to have to be selective.
There's a lot of things that we can arrest for, and we're really kind of creating a zero tolerance down in that area. But there's things that we can't arrest and physically take them to jail for, unfortunately, just because we don't have that jail capacity.
But either way, it is progress and comes as welcome news to the businesses that have endured everything from broken windows to mounds of trash and a front row seat to violent crime.
And Captain Wohl does say that a move like this to ramp up police presence to this degree for such a small area of town does speak to the severity of the crime that they're seeing. But we're also told businesses like the 7-Eleven that's along that street are also trying to do their best to help out. They plan on cutting back the tree line, for example, to remove places that could conceal crime. In downtown Spokane tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
5 Spokane police officers graduated from Washington's Basic Law Enforcement Academy today. 30 other officers from agencies across eastern Washington also completed the rigorous program. Spokane police say because the department is so understaffed, every new officer makes a difference. Well, the warm-up we've been enjoying all day felt a lot more like summer than previously this week. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker has been talking about what we can expect and the possibility of thunderstorms tonight.
Yes, we just have a brief period of time this evening where our weather takes a turn, and then we are back to some summer-like weather. Here's a look at our satellite and radar right now, and we're watching a few showers making their way over the Cascades, but looking to the south into the Blue Mountains as some showers and isolated thunderstorms work their way north. Here's our forecast radar starting off at 9 o'clock tonight with a few showers showing up in the LC Valley and southern Palouse. As we go into the 11 o'clock hour, we'll see those reaching a little bit further to the north, and Spokane and Coeur d'Alene will be the very, very far northwestern extent of this activity. I think if anything, we'll see a few sprinkles in Spokane, maybe a rumble of thunder in Coeur d'Alene overnight, as most of the activity will be south and east of the metro area, and then moving out of the area and altogether by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures right now, 76 in Spokane, 75 in Coeur d'Alene. We topped out just about average around the region today. We are going to be cooling off into the 60s by 9 o'clock, and that slight chance of showers right about 11. And then we have got some warm, sunny, summer-like weather heading into the weekend. I will let you know what to expect in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. A woman is dead after she and a man were both hit while crossing a street in downtown Spokane overnight. Police say the pair was hit near Maple and 4th, and they were both rushed to a hospital where the woman later died. The man is in critical condition. Detectives say the driver who hit them did stay on the scene and was cooperative with officers. No arrests were made. Thousands of pounds of food brought to Spokane specifically for people impacted by last month's wildfires. We'll explain who's behind the donation. And those who lost everything in the Gray Fire now have a new temporary place to stay, while a local church camp is helping neighbors while rebuilding what it also lost in the fire. Plus, the corn maze is back at Green Bluff. We'll tell you who the maze is inspired by, but here's a hint. She's known as the Queen of Country.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Saving you green.
Global Credit Union got its start right here at Fairchild Air Force Base and now has branches worldwide. We are proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Fridays.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now is joining Global by inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces. Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future.
Stop in any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red on Fridays from now until September 11th.
The Labor Day sale has been extended at Walker's Furniture. And that means some of the biggest savings of the year. Or 5 years no interest financing. So you can get it today and pay for it later during these final days of savings at Walker's.
This weekend, get ready for savory top sirloin, New York, flavorful ribeye steaks, and a fresh seafood selection during the Surf and Turf event.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall.
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back.
I just love fall. Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it. Peak fall achieved. DQ. Happy tastes good.
The 4 News Now First Alert weather app. Download or update it today.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
While the mornings are cooler, the leaves are just beginning to change as we head into fall. It's a stark contrast, though, to just a couple weeks ago when summer was blazing in all its glory. Matt, the numbers are in. We have just experienced the hottest summer ever.
Yeah, all across the world, things have been a little toasty. And yeah, in the inland Northwest, we ended up missing most of that super hot weather this year, but you saw a lot of headlines about extreme weather in other places. In fact, some places not that far away. It has been a long and cruel summer, and this doesn't even count all those 110-plus days in Phoenix on the map here. On your screens, some of those temperature records that were set in the past 3 months. Even south of the equator, which, by the way, where it is winter, temperatures in many places were pacing and went even beyond summertime records in places like Chile, Argentina. So to get a sense of a whole picture, here's the data from the Copernicus Climate Change Service in Europe. Taking every temperature reading they can get their hands on, getting one massive average, you end up with this chart. This August is the second warmest month on record and it's by a big margin. And this past July was even more extreme. And so it doesn't take a genius to see that when 2 out of your 3 summer months are record breakers, summer as a whole is going to be record setting as well. This is probably about the clearest sign yet. The climate of our planet is changing at a pretty rapid pace. Look at how much this summer is sticking out of the edge of this chart compared to the average between 1980 and 2010. And look how the average changes, or rather when it changes when we replace the 2010s with the 1980s. Yeah, it's a big deal. But this overall trend of greenhouse gases warming up the planet, it doesn't totally explain why this summer in particular was #1. For that, we've got another chart. El Nino years, they're usually pretty warm, often the warmest year of their decade. You can see 2015, you can see 1998. So combine all of it, global warming, natural variability, other climate cycles, and you top it off with some El Nino, and you've got yourself a record-setting summer. Even though we didn't have as much extreme heat around Spokane this year, well, sneakily, it was still the 5th hottest summer on record. Now, we're not going to experience heat like we did in 2021 or 2022 every year, but in the world we live in now, someone, somewhere, certainly will.
Thank you, Matt. Well, a Silver Lake campsite that hosts summer camps and retreats is now rebuilding after 5 cabins were destroyed by the Gray Fire last month. The Silver Lake Bible Camp on South Lakehurst Drive is now working to recover before summer camp next year. Peter Choi explains why the camp director says he still has hope tonight.
For more than 60 years, the Silver Lake Bible Camp has been a place for creating memories with friends and families. I spoke with a camp director who tells me they lost homes and properties in the Gray Fire, which caused them to cancel many retreats for the rest of the year.
Driving by burned places with memories. Silver Lake Bible Camp's executive director Terry Andrews says the Gray Fire destroyed 5 cabins, 5 homes, and equipment.
We're not holding camps at least until the beginning of the year.
For decades, thousands of kids and families visited every year. I asked him what the Silver Lake Bible Camp means to him.
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question.
To Andrews, it's more than just a workplace.
Here, like I said, for 18 years. Before that, we were youth pastors. I believe in camp because I know the difference it makes in kids' lives. I was a youth pastor before this for almost 20 years. I brought kids to camp, and now I get to run the camp that is changing and affecting lives. And
now rebuilding step by step, Andrew says the camp is here to support the Medical Lake community.
We're allowing people to come from our community to stay at our RV area, and so while they're looking for permanent housing, we're letting them stay here. So we're trying to get that up and running.
Because he says the camp is all about being there for others.
It just seems God keeps bringing the right people at the right time, offering different things, and so yeah, I'm not worried about it. We've done hard things before, we'll do them again, and so yeah, it's another challenge we face, but we'll get through it.
In Silver Lake, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
For people still looking to help neighbors in Spokane County affected by the wildfires last month, Our Place Community Outreach near Kendall Yards is asking for specific donations tonight. Take a look at your screen. The need is for those who still don't have access to full-service kitchens. Our Place is looking for pop-top soups and tuna cans, tuna cracker packs, protein bars, bottled drinks, peanut butter, cup of noodles, beef jerky, breakfast bars, clothing and household items, though, are not being accepted. Some of you have called our newsroom about that. And the reason is because they are already full of clothing and those types of donations. Today, about 40,000 pounds of food arrived from Utah to help people affected by the Spokane County wildfires. A Spokane church received the donation from Welfare Square in Salt Lake City.
All kinds of canned goods, and somebody threw in some laundry detergent as well, which was well received, as I understand. It represents the sacrifice and offerings of the members of our church.
All the way from Utah, support is poured in to help the people and families dealing with the impacts of the fires. And if you're looking for more ways to help, take out your phone right now. And if you point your camera right at the screen, this QR code will take you to a whole list of ways that you can support local organizations needing your time or specific donations for the Spokane County wildfire survivors. You can also find this list by searching Here to Help on KXLY.com.
Here's your camping forecast, and it is going to be a great weekend to go camping. We're heading to Sam Owen Campground near Hope, Idaho. Expect blue skies and sunshine Saturday and Sunday with high temperatures in the 80s. Crisp mornings, though, down in the 40s. So take along your heavy sleeping bag and have fun. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Wigs.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting floor coating specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
The Labor Day mattress savings have been extended this week at Walker's.
And that means some of the biggest discounts of the year on all your favorite brands like Purple, Serta iComfort, and Beauty Rest mattress sets.
Plus, special 5 years no interest financing with no money down was brought in, as well as an additional $100 gift card with select sets sold and free local delivery.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
During the final week of savings at Walker's.
Hepatitis C, don't just treat it, crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
It is a spectacular evening across the inland Northwest. About the only bad thing is we only have another hour of daylight to enjoy it. It is sunny and 75 in Coeur d'Alene, and just look at this sky over Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena right now. It is going to be a perfect sunset, 76 degrees right now in Spokane. We're heading down to an overnight low of 52. We have a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. I'm going to show you a different computer model than what I showed you at the beginning of the hour, because it has a different take on how things are going to evolve over the next few hours. But tomorrow, this is set in stone. Sunny skies and 78 degrees for our high. Now, this is the other computer model, and it brings the precipitation further to the north, and this is freshly run, so new data. Brings the precipitation further to the north over Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but then clears things out earlier in the night. So we're starting off at our current time, and that precipitation comes all the way up easily into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and even into Sandpoint. Here's 10 o'clock tonight with the chance of thunderstorms. The other model had it much lighter, further to the south, and a little bit later in the evening, but then it zips off to the east, and we are dry by about 2 or 3 in the morning. By 7, we're completely clear. So I think the earlier model may have the truth of it. I think it's going to mainly be south of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. But again, a rumble of thunder in the late evening is a good possibility by Friday evening. Again, we are looking at blue skies and sunshine throughout the day. The system moves through Behind it, high pressure begins building. Here's Friday at 6 o'clock, the broad view at our upper level winds, and then high pressure really asserts itself as we get into the weekend. Expect blue skies and a warming trend. We'll be up above average both Saturday and Sunday with high temperatures in the 80s. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the 40s and 50s around the region. These temperatures are just about average, as are tomorrow's highs in the 70s and 80s. 83 in Grand Coulee and Omak, 87 in Lewiston. We'll be in the mid to upper 70s around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and up into Bonners Ferry at 78. Your 7-day forecast. Blue skies and sunshine for the weekend. Overnight lows in the 50s. We stay in the 80s through the start of next week and then cool things down just a little bit, though. Essentially, we're going to be average or a little bit above through the 7-day forecast with overnight lows in the 50s. Kirsten?
Still feeling like summer for a little while longer, and some people are waiting for it to feel like fall. I guess we're only 16 days away from the first official day of autumn, and I guess the countdown begins. Beck's Harvest House on Green Bluff is getting ready to celebrate with activities like apple picking, corn maze, and those famous pumpkin donuts. Bronte Sorotsky shares how you can get in on all the festivities.
Fall is right around the corner, and Beck's Harvest House here at Green Bluff is getting ready for its annual Fall Harvest Festival. Now, one of the biggest changes this year is the theme of its corn maze, inspired by the one and only Reba McEntire. This year's corn maze at Beck's draws inspiration from Reba and will feature country acts throughout the festival. It's not just her name making an appearance, it's her voice as well.
We're able to do a little collaboration with Reba and her people and do a little voiceover for some of our commercials.
Aside from the addition of Reba, it's business as usual here at Beck's Harvest House. You can expect wagon rides, pumpkin land, and of course, their world-famous pumpkin donuts.
It's available every day, all day on the weekends.
And with how busy they get this time of year, Todd says to plan ahead. You can already purchase your tickets and reserve a parking spot on the farm's website.
You can prepay for your on-site parking to ensure that you've got a space to park when you get up here, no matter how big the crowds are.
And when you do arrive at Beck's, Todd says he hopes you come ready to make memories that last a lifetime.
Enjoy everything that Green Bluff has to offer and just do the experience, build some memories, build some traditions with your family.
The Fall Harvest Festival kicks off Saturday, September 23rd, giving everyone 6 weeks to enjoy all the fun festivities here. Reporting at Green Bluff, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
A new report warns your car manufacturer could be spying on you to sell your intimate information, even personal details like a health diagnosis or sexual activity. Find out how after the break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
The Spokane County Interstate Fair starts tomorrow. Join us for 10 days of fun, September 8th to the 17th. Make sure to stop in and meet Cedar. Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
I'm a proud WSU alum, and so working for a financial institution that supports WSU holds dear to my heart. What we're really excited about is this summer we're doing the Week of Welcome, and every year people look forward to this as we do a wonderful crop art, which welcomes all the students and entry to Pullman when they come in, they're ready for back to school.
BCU has been affiliated with the Crop Art Project since 2019, so this is our 5th year working with Stan Hurd and WSU.
You know, when the students come, you can see them lined up for 27 miles coming in. Whoa, we're back, you know, hey, and everybody kind of connects a little bit.
It's really special to see a fun project like that come to life.
It's a visual representation of the support that BECU provides. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and it's something that connects all of our alumni and students across the country, not just here in Pullman. So that's what I love about it, honestly.
Why join UFCW 3000? I'm the lead person when we negotiate with employers for better wages, benefits, and working conditions.
I'm an essential worker.
During the pandemic, we couldn't work remotely.
We are workers in grocery stores,
healthcare, retail, and packing plants.
Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Our website can both answer your questions and connect you with our team who can help you explore your union opportunities.
And now, an announcement from America's #1 most watched morning show.
We've got 1,000,000 good reasons for you to watch GMA this September.
Someone somewhere in America is about to get $1 million live on GMA.
Ah, you see how I did that? 1,000,000 good reasons.
The Labor Day sale has been extended at Walker's Furniture. And that means some of the biggest savings of the year. Or 5 years no interest financing. So you can get it today and pay for it later during these final days of savings at Walker's.
The Spokane County Interstate Fair starts tomorrow. Join us for 10 days of fun, September 8th to the 17th. Make sure to stop in and meet Cedar. Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
South Korean researchers have created a humanoid robot pilot they're calling PiBot, which can fly planes using AI technology. This type of robot can manage everything in the plane, including turning engines on and off, steering, taking off, landing, and altering speed and altitude. The research team says in some ways their robot is better than a human pilot.
Our pilot is capable of understanding and remembering everything, literally everything in the manual, and then they can execute without any kind of emotion or panic, especially during the emergency situation.
The team says the PiBot is made for any device designed to be driven by people, so they could eventually be used in cars, tanks, excavators, or even submarines. Well, speaking of driving, for many of us, our cars are a private space. Maybe we like to sing our favorite songs or rehearse an important conversation. But a new report warns your car manufacturer could be spying on you and selling your intimate information, even very personal details. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujiji.
A privacy nightmare. That's what a nonprofit group is saying about new cars and the data they're collecting on drivers.
They know your driving habits. They know how fast you drive. They know how quickly you stop and how quickly you start. And the list goes on and on.
Experts say the data could be used by insurance companies to determine premiums. It's information not hard to get, according to a new study released by the Mozilla Foundation. It found that cars score the worst for privacy among a dozen apps and electronic devices studied. 19 of the 25 popular car brands say they can sell drivers' personal data, and half acknowledge they'll share your information with the government or law enforcement if asked. Researchers say those fancy gadgets and newer cars like cameras, microphones, and apps could all be collecting data on you. And the study found 84% of car companies share that information with other businesses. According to Mozilla, Nissan's policy says it can collect sexual activity, health diagnosis data, and genetic information for targeted marketing purposes. Nissan responding, when we do collect or share personal data, we comply with all applicable laws and provide the utmost transparency.
We're astounded when we saw that they could collect information on things like sexual activity and sex life, but could get no answers on how they actually might be doing that.
So how can you protect yourself? Some car companies give you the option to opt out of data collection, but warn that may impact functionality. Experts say with no federal laws in place to protect consumers, you need to do your homework.
Consumers overall, very little control at this point of what's being collected and therefore what's being sold.
A trade group representing automakers says it wants to protect consumer privacy and is calling for a federal privacy law. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30, accusations of misused COVID relief funds. Why a Spokane City Councilwoman is now defending a local nonprofit that used to run Camp Hope. Plus, caught on camera, a police officer jumping into action after this truck catches fire. A man trapped inside. What that officer did that likely saved the man's life.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Is your home in need of a remodel? Then transform your living space with help from Costless Carpet.
Have you heard about Costless Carpet's new Rhino SPC? It's changing the flooring industry. Durable, waterproof, with amazing looks that are blowing our customers away. Rhino SPC has 20 and 30 mil wear layers, making it more durable and easy to install. Costless Costless Carpet stocks over 25 different visuals and has wide planked woods and 12 by 24 tile designs too. To find your nearest store, visit costlesscarpet.com.
Les Miserables, still the world's most popular musical. Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables.
November 14th through 19th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets available at BroadwaySpokane.com.
The best new vehicles
make the best used vehicles.
And you know Wendell Ford Nissan.
But did you know you can find
Chevy,
Jeep,
Ram,
Honda,
Subaru,
Dodge,
Toyota,
Hyundai,
Mazda,
BMW,
Lexus,
and more.
Plus, ask us about Wendell's certified pre-owned vehicles, providing you worry-free protection.
The best used vehicles can be found at Wendell at the Y.
Drive for generations.
E.T.'s kicking off season 43.
Hi, E.T.
Backstage at the VMAs, Matthew McConaughey's surprise and Kristen Cavallari's love life.
Why do you think I'm so single?
Monday on E.T.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
This Saturday, the Cougs are doing something they haven't done in a long time.
Washington State plays in the primetime on ABC for the first time in nearly 2 decades, and we've got you covered.
Watch our half-hour special Friday at 6:30 on 4 News Now.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Oh my God.
Terrifying video here. That truck you just watched explode on camera had a person in it just minutes before. The truck crashed into a median and caught fire in North Carolina. 24-year-old Lieutenant Corey Brooks arrived and immediately ran toward the fiery crash. He found the unconscious driver trapped inside, took off his seatbelt and dragged him out of the truck. A woman nearby ran over to help.
I need help pulling. Come on.
Lieutenant Brooks' community is now praising his life-saving actions, and he's sharing what was going through his mind as he raced toward the flames.
I'm thinking like, okay, this truck can go at any time. I got maybe minutes or seconds to get him out of here.
The unconscious man miraculously survived and is said to be doing just fine. According to the CDC, the number of overdose deaths in the state of Washington is rising faster than any other state, in large part because of the growing fentanyl crisis. Spokane leaders came together yesterday saying they hope to address this problem through widespread education and awareness.
Seizing thousands of fentanyl pills from our community. But what I want to see is the end to the tragic deaths. And that really starts with educating kids right at home and in schools.
One key tool in preventing overdose deaths is now available over the counter. Dr. Scott Hadland says Narcan can be a new avenue for families of young adults struggling with addiction.
We are actually at a point in the crisis where each week the equivalent to a high school classroom of teenagers dies from overdoses. And most of those overdoses are actually happening in people's homes. So there's the potential for a parent or other loved one to be able to respond.
But at a suggested price of $45 for 2 doses, some advocates worry that price point is too high. The company is lowering the cost for community groups, first responders, as well as state and local governments. And while advocates say it's not a solution to the opioid epidemic, they are hopeful it's a big step in the right direction. A Spokane City Councilwoman is defending nonprofit Jules Helping Hands. That organization is best known for running Camp Hope up until it was cleared out this summer. A conservative blogger recently questioned whether an out-of-state trip by members of the nonprofit was paid for by money received through the American Rescue Plan. Councilwoman Betsy Wilkerson responded to the allegations, saying a $5 million grant was spread out strategically among 82 qualified nonprofits, including Jules Helping Hands. Wilkerson said the proper documentation was submitted, the application was fully vetted, and Jules Helping Hands received over $57,000 for lost revenue and rental reimbursements. You can read more of the allegations and Wilkerson's response and find a link to all the organizations that received the funding on KXLY.com. A Beacon Hill development in northeast Spokane has been in the works for over 30 years. Where thousands of homes were supposed to be built is now just a 230-acre vacant lot. But with new permits, the project can finally move forward.
Decades ago, the lot across the street over here actually used to be a camel farm. Now townhomes and apartments will replace that space.
$1 million views.
Last month, the city of Spokane approved water to be pumped up to Beacon Hill. Now, developers can begin building the community's infrastructure.
With those, we can build a home.
The property marketing coordinator says this project will help with Spokane's housing crisis.
It's permitted for a lot more probably than will be here, but we have phase 1 right now. The first 24 could be single family, also townhomes and things of that nature. And then as we get to the other phases, so we will see hundreds of homes here on Beacon Hill.
Garisco says developers really want to create a community, not just build homes.
This will be a community of golf cart paths, a master plan that includes taking your golf cart all the way down to Esmeralda, mountain bikers being still a safe place for them to come on the mountain amongst the development, and community gardens, and we even thought of sunrise sunset yoga areas. So
with the newest water permit, a tank can now be built near the top of the hill. That should be done in the next few months. The goal is to have housing built by next spring. Once that is complete, people can hopefully start moving in by fall of 2024. Project developers are really excited to see their vision turn into a reality. For more information, you can visit our website at KXLY.com. Reporting in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Wow, that is a beautiful shot this evening at a gorgeous evening in progress, looking live over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. It's going to be a pretty sunset, which is coming right up in less than a half hour. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have some showers and isolated thunderstorms possible tonight. Then we head into a sunny, warm Friday, actually a day very much like today, and then a beautiful weekend with temperatures in the lower 80s and sunshine. Here's a look at our satellite and radar right now. We're watching a few isolated showers moving into the Okanagan Valley, but it is down to the south that we are seeing a chance of showers moving into the LC Valley and the Palouse later this evening, possibly impacting Spokane and Coeur d'Alene around 11 o'clock. Here's our chance of precipitation right now. It is at 0 for most of the night, then peaks at 20 at 11 o'clock. That's for Spokane. It's up around 30% for Coeur d'Alene. But as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, our latest computer models have me thinking they might be a little bit higher than what is reflected there. Now, tomorrow is another story. Start of the fair and a beautiful day. Blue skies, sunshine, a high of 78. 77 is our average high. Air quality in the good range. I don't think you could ask for a nicer start to the Interstate Fair. I'll let you know if the luck is going to hold out through the weekend when I'm back with your 7-day outlook. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. A man on the west side of the state is facing criminal charges accused of bear baiting. The Attorney General's office says Jason Smith of North Bend illegally baited and killed bears and elk. They say he also killed deer. The crimes are said to have happened in the last 2 years near his home. If convicted, Smith faces a maximum of nearly 40 years total behind bars and thousands of dollars in fines. More safeguards in place to protect your kids on Snapchat. Why experts are saying it's still not enough. And the Rolling Stones are back with a new album and a new music video featuring a Spokane native. Plus, the Washington State Cougars almost set for one of the more anticipated home games in years. Coming up in sports, our sports team has more on what the Cougs need to do to help secure a victory on Saturday.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
ABC News, honored for excellence with 41 Emmy nominations, the most of any news organization anywhere. Thank you for making ABC News America's #1 news.
Don't miss Quality Stoves and Spa's Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything. Save up to $3,000 off Quality Stoves and Spa's large selection of hot tubs and swim spas. Hurry, sale ends soon at Quality Stoves and Spas, Post Falls.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Live is all new.
We have glam bots. Did you have that before? Humble brag.
Next Live. Bree and Nikki Bella. Plus Partner Pilates.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall? Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
Is it your day to water? Know if you are odd or even and be water-wise this summer.
This is delightful. We've gone from a restrictive budget to more fun more often. All because we signed up for a cashback earning Kasasa checking account from Canopy Credit Union. Our account pays us back 4% on up to $300 of debit card purchases every month. If you do the math, that's up to $12 deposited right into our savings account every month automatically. Having extra funds to play with is a dream come true. Learn more at canopycu.com. Limits and conditions apply.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, out now and posted on Bi-Mart.com. There's 16 pages of savings, including everything you need for camping, pantry essentials, and more. Save now at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Don't miss Quality Stoves and Spa's Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything, including Quality Stoves' large selection of fireplaces, inserts, and stoves, featuring Lopi and Fireplace Extraordinaire. Hurry, sale ends soon at Quality Stoves and Spas, Post Falls.
Well, today was almost exactly average. 77 our high today. 77 is our normal high. We started the day off 1 degree below at 50. 51 our normal low, 7:19 our sunset coming up. I think I said less than a half hour, less than an hour, I should say. Here's a look at your temperature trend over the next 7 days. This black line is our average high, and we are going to be seasonable through the 7-day forecast, a little above at times, but really about what you would expect this time of year. By this time next week, our average high is down to 75, and it really starts picking up steam from there. We start the day off with, or the month off with, an average high of 79, drops quickly by September 15th. It's 75. By the end of the month, our average high is in the 60s, and then it really starts to drop quickly. October is our month of greatest change, either positive or negative in terms of temperature of any month, and I will save the chilly details on that for a later time, because right now we are talking about above average temperatures for that September 15th through 21st time period. That's the 8 to 14 day forecast. And so that average high in the mid 70s, we're going to be upper 70s, possibly more 80s. We're in the darker orange, but certainly not in those dark red colors that would suggest that we're heading toward 90-degree heat. Precipitation, still an indication of below average precipitation, and there is nothing to speak of in terms of rain in the 7-day forecast other than this slight chance tonight. Here's our forecast radar once again, starting off at our current time, and we are bringing up those showers from the south with embedded thunderstorms. This latest model bringing that precipitation up into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, perhaps this far north as Sandpoint. Other models have it a little bit further to the south. It's going to be a difference of 30-40 miles, and then moving out quickly to the north and east. By 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we are dry. We're clearing out those clouds for a sunny day on Friday. And that's going to continue for Saturday and Sunday. A warming trend up to 83 Sunday. We'll cool down a little bit as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. But again, these temperatures are about average, if not a little bit above. Overnight lows a little bit warmer than average. We'll be in the 50s throughout the 7-day forecast. If the timing is right on the clearing, we could see a few upper 40s, but it'll be a long time before we're talking about frost in our forecast. But I will warn you, give you plenty of notice when that day comes, Kirsten.
Yeah, people will want to cover the flowers because they're still looking so gorgeous.
Yes, they are.
All right, thank you, Chris. Snapchat is putting new safeguards in place to help protect teenagers. It's added a pop-up warning when kids are contacted by someone outside of their friend group and a new system for taking down age-inappropriate content.
There's no silver bullet to online safety. It's really important for parents to talk to their kids about staying safe online and what that means.
This comes as lawmakers, educators, and parents are putting more pressure on those social media platforms to protect young users. Nearly 20 years after their last original album was released, the Rolling Stones are back with a new album and new music video featuring actress and Spokane native Sydney Sweeney. ABC's Lama Hassan has the story.
They're back. The legendary Rolling Stones releasing new music for the first time in nearly 20 years with their latest single, Angry, featuring Euphoria actress Sydney Sweeney. That song, part of an upcoming album called Hackney Diamonds, which they're promising will have a little bit of everything.
A bit more eclectic and have a few love songs and ballads and country kind of things. So we've got a mixture.
The album will also have some special guests too, from Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder to Lady Gaga.
It's not a lot of features, but yeah, we have one song which she sings, which is a kind of slow, kind of gospel-y type song.
For more than 6 decades, the Rolling Stones have been performing and touring the world, selling out arenas, thrilling fans, and seemingly never, ever slowing down.
A lot of fans want to know if you will be going on tour anytime soon.
Oh, America, we have penciled in for next year, and we really hope we can finish off what we started last time.
But one member will not be on stage this time around, drummer Charlie Watts, who passed away in 2021. His spirit, though, forever with his bandmates.
I know that Charlie Watts, if he was here today, would be very, very happy to know that the band is continuing without anything, because the band is bigger than any one member.
Now, their album Hackney Diamonds has 12 tracks on it. It's already getting rave reviews, and it drops on October 20th. And I can report that after all these years, the Rolling Stones are giving their fans what they want with a sprinkle of satisfaction. Lama Hassan, ABC News, London.
And here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
This is your summer to smile, to raise your glass and reconnect, to reel in the fun and savor every bite. To help you get ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic Summer of Smiles event. Don't miss enjoying a moment with our on-site labs to help you fast and 20% off your denture care. So whether you need a new look or quick fix, you can celebrate with a smile all season, always at Aspen Dental. Book today.
Has your dishwasher let you down lately?
Fred's has closeout Bosch dishwashers on sale. Fred's also has models you won't find at the box stores.
Bosch means quality and innovation. New Bosch dishwashers quietly deliver sparkling dishes.
With features like third rack and a new drying system that even dries plastic, Bosch raises the bar for dishwashers.
Fred's has more dishwashers in stock than you'll see anywhere. Come in and see us today.
Did you just buy a new home and don't have a lot of extra cash on hand for furniture? Or are you upsizing your home and need to fill it? Consigned Furniture in Liberty Lake can help by saving you thousands on decorating your home. With over 60,000 square feet of inventory, we have a variety of unique, budget-friendly items that will add value while saving you a ton of money. And the best part? You don't have to overspend. Buy here and save up to 70% off retail with countless designer name brand options to choose from. Consigned Furniture, the smart way to buy, easy way to sell.
Are you ready to unleash the power of productivity? Get ready for the ultimate workhorse, the Kubota BX Series tractors at Adams Tractor. With a powerful engine, versatile attachments, and compact size, these tractors can tackle any job with ease. For a limited time, Adams Tractor is offering a special deal, 0 down, 0% APR financing for up to 84 months. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Visit Adams Tractor today and unleash the power of the Kubota BX Series tractors. We have loads of tractors in stock. Get yours now.
Mr. Casino Hotel in Chewelah is giving you a chance to win $45,000 to spend towards a new Chevy, or you could win $35,000 cash. Your choice. Play your favorite games at Mr. Casino Hotel to earn entries. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. Join us Saturday, September 30th, starting at 6 p.m. for your chance to win. Learn more at MrQuad.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
I'm standing in front of Martin Stadium, the site for Saturday's big-time matchup between Washington State and number 19 Wisconsin. The Cougars are going to have a sellout crowd behind them on Saturday, but as Alex Crescenti shows us in this week's Chalk Talk, they're going to need another area to get going on the field if they want to end the game with a victory.
Well, thank you, Julian. We know when Wisconsin steps out on that field Saturday evening, they'll want to establish the run. That's nothing new. They've done it for decades. But one of the keys for Washington State will be to also get the run game going. And given the performance they had on the ground last week, it could be the difference between a win and a loss. Last weekend in Fort Collins, the Washington State offense showed what they're capable of, putting up 556 yards throughout the game. But a closer look shows 466 of those came through the air, which means only 90 were on the ground, 40 of which came on the legs of Cam Ward. So not exactly a balanced attack needed throughout the entire season.
I don't want him to be our leading rusher. I really don't ever again.
Now the job gets a whole lot tougher as the Badgers come to town, and the battle in the trenches will be key to getting the ball down the field and scoring. So the name of the game for Jake Dickert and company, be aggressive and finish through the plays.
And Wisconsin's going to be way harder to move, right? So it's creating light boxes, it's finding angles, it's knowing a lot of things that we can do pre-snap to give Cam and get us into the best looks. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into that Rolodex. But at the end of the day, it's toughness. We need to be tough. We need to be physical. We need to trust our technique and ultimately finish. Finishing needs to be a habit.
Now, last weekend, Wisconsin gave up 122 rushing yards to Buffalo, so the task certainly isn't impossible, but it's going to be another physical fight that could come down to the final possession. Julian, I'll send it back to you in Pullman.
Kickoff between Washington State and Wisconsin is at 4:30 on Saturday. You can catch the game right here on KXLY. Friday at 6:30, we'll have a half-hour special dedicated to everything about the matchup, on-the-field stories and off-the-field stories. We've got you covered. Reporting in Pullman, Julian Minnesone, 4 News Now Sports.
Oh, for grandparents, spending time with their grandkids is a great opportunity for family bonding, but it turns out it's also really good for their physical health.
Some of the physical benefits of spending time with grandchildren include being more active. Older adults who are spending time with younger children, especially helping to care or babysit, tend to be more active, get more steps per day, get more exercise.
Doctors with Cleveland Clinic say that activity has huge benefits for blood sugar, blood pressure, and even stress hormones. Older adults who spend time with their grandchildren tend to have improved levels of dopamine and oxytocin, all of which can prevent depression and isolation. Well, a pampering pedicure can help melt the stress away, but before you get your toes done, there are a few things you should know.
Potential dangers for pedicures can include infection of the toenail area. It can include infection of the skin around the toenail.
Podiatrist Joy Rowland with Cleveland Clinic says you should look out for infections. And before your appointments, there are some things you can do to set yourself up for success. Skip shaving your legs. Maybe bring in your own pedicure tool set and give your nails a break. Remove the polish and don't reapply.
Wait for another 1 or 2 weeks and let your toenails essentially breathe.
To protect yourself at the salon, take these steps. Ask if instruments are sterilized and make sure bowls are disinfected between clients. You can also ask service providers not to cut toenails too short or use a metal scraper. Bruce Springsteen has canceled all of his September shows because of peptic ulcers. ABC's Laura Spencer explains what they are and when Bruce might be back on the road.
This morning, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band postponing 8 concerts. A statement released on his website says Springsteen is being treated for symptoms of peptic ulcer disease, and the decision of his medical advisors is that he should postpone the remainder of his September tour dates. Peptic ulcers typically cause severe abdominal pain, affecting the inner lining of the stomach and small intestine.
Sometimes this can cause abdominal pain, internal bleeding, and that can really affect Bruce's ability to perform on stage, especially if he's doing this night after night.
This comes after the boss postponed 2 other shows in Philadelphia last month due to illness. The 74-year-old singer says he's heartbroken, but vows we'll be back to pick these shows up and then some, and thanks fans for their understanding and support.
If he's really symptomatic and has a lot of pain, it can really affect his ability to perform. It can potentially be dangerous for him to even be on stage. So I can see why he needs to take a step back.
The tour is set to resume in Canada this November.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Hello, I'm Lloyd Herman. If you need legal assistance due to an accident or an injury, put my 40 years of experience of dealing with the insurance companies to work for you. You'll have an appointment to speak to me within 48 hours. Lloyd Herman & Associates, 922-6600.
Global Credit Union got its start right here at Fairchild Air Force Base and now has branches worldwide. We are proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Fridays.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now is joining Global by inviting you to wear red on Fridays, too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces. Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future.
Stop in any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red on Fridays from now until September 11th.
We're really glad that we chose Granite Concepts for our countertops.
Yeah, they made a template with a laser and were able to show us exactly what the countertops would look like before installation. Our bathroom is amazing.
They had a great selection of granite and quartz, and they made the process so easy from beginning to end.
We wouldn't go anywhere else. We would recommend them to anybody.
Granite Concepts, beauty set in stone.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall.
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back.
I just love fall.
Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it. Peak fall achieved. DQ, happy tastes good.
The Labor Day sale has been extended this week at all Walker's Furniture stores with some of the biggest discounts of the year, or 5 years no interest financing with no money down, so you can leave your checkbook at home and pay for it later. Get drastic discounts on all bedroom and comfortable new living room furniture with big savings on our large selection of mattress sets, including Beauty Rest hybrid sets, making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less during the final week of savings at Walker's.
Little girl weightlifters. Next, in Sun Edition, forget about little girl beauty pageants. These kids are really pumping iron. Then, exploding watermelons. Why are so many watermelons oozing and blowing up on kitchen counters across the USA? Is the extreme summer heat to blame? Next, in Sun Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, hundreds of families lost not only their homes in the Gray and Oregon Road fires, but also trees and land. We'll have more tonight at 11 o'clock.
We have the slight chance of some showers and isolated thunderstorms around 11, 12 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, however, they'll be long gone. Sunny and 78. We'll be in the 80s with sunshine for the weekend and a very quiet September-like 7-day forecast.
September is supposed to feel like that, right?
Yes, it is. This is exactly what it's supposed to feel like.
Makes me happy. We'll see you at 11.